Welcome or welcome back to my little creative corner of the internet, and welcome to our art journal April tour. This art journal is obviously not full, and there's a few pages I have done before art journal April. We won't tour those, but hopefully soon when I complete the journal and show you everything that is in the sketchbook. For now, just let's have a little tour through our creations for Art Journal April and talk a bit about how this monthly creative challenge did evolve and how it goes. So here I started with an Art Journal April kind of title page where I did include the printable with all the different prompts for the day to start off right and have them right beside me. So I just wanted to start off and make sure that I remember when I look back on this completed art journal and sketchbook that it's clear this is where the art journal April challenge started. I had quite a lot of fun with the challenge, and I'm really happy with how this complete thing turned out, and I'm really happy that I did create such a big part. I kind of filled like more than I had filled before in like, I don't know, 5 years in this art journal, so I'm really happy that I did get a long way and hopefully will be able to fill this beautiful paper blanks sketchbook up very soon. This is absolutely not sponsored, but I absolutely love the paper blanks sketchbook, so if somebody of paper blanks watches this and wants to collaborate, I would absolutely love to work with you. So let me know. I'm obsessed with your journals and sketchbooks, they are so pretty. But now let's dive into the April Art Journal Challenge. This is kind of a challenge I created myself to have like 30 prompts for art journal pages for this April, and let me know if you enjoyed the challenge, then we could make it a regular challenge in next year and the years to come. For day one of the challenge, it was April's Fools. I just thought it would fit the vibe, and I did kind of mess up the portrait first and did glue in a new one and reworked it, and I really love how this turned out in the end. I feel like it definitely improved and it adds a lot of texture and character to the spread. Then we go on to word art for day two, which was for me creativity, art and freedom. I think the bleed through is kind of a bit distracting, so maybe I would have done it differently, but it's something you have to just live with, I guess, if you work with heavy watery materials on paper that isn't watercolor paper. So it's fine. I'm really happy with how this one turned out as well. Now on to day three and the prompt of coffee art. Here I did a combination of some fresh coffee in the journal as well as some coffee dyed paper. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I love the expressive boldness of the text. Don't cry over spilled milk, it could be coffee. Kind of my mantra for life, I guess. Now on to a very minimalistic spread, which was the page for day four and the prompt of gesture. I'm really happy with how this one turned out as well, even though it's kind of a more minimalistic sketchbook kind of spread, but I don't know. I'm just happy with it and just wanted to have some fun. So I decided to call it a day after doing 3 studies. Now on to day 5 and the prompt of paused. Here I tried to make this kind of paused video glitch effect in a drawing, and I think it turned out quite well, even though it was really challenging to draw it and ink the drawing that way. Someday I wish reality had a pause button too. Absolutely. I would getting so much more done, or at least had so much more time to relax and rewind and more time for creativity. So a pause button would be so great. Now on to the prompt of spilled for day 6, and here I did kind of try to recreate a more graphic pattern with the coffee with those lines spilled, and I really like how this one turned out. It's super nice, and I really want to use that furthermore in my art journaling process and make it a kind of regular way, or I dye paper with coffee for my journals. So really, really happy with how this experiment turned out. Now on to the day 7 and imprint. Here I tried to print with some leaves, and I did some drawing on top of a different paper blanks sketchbook where I did have the cover art of the journal here. I don't know if you can really see that. I like to do that a lot, and I think it always turns out way interesting than just a simple drawing. Now onto a very, very colorful page. I'm really loving the vibes of this, and I'm really, really happy with how this turned out, which is the spread for day 8 and the prompt of underpaint. So I just did a bunch of paint dots with the paper, with the paint markers from Artex, and I really love how vibrant and colorful this turned out. And then I did a painting kind of on top to make the dots the underpainting to keep in the prompt for the day, and just write allow life to be messy. And I'm super happy with how this one turned out. Now on to another one I'm really, really happy with, which was rework for day 9. And I decided to rework a spread I did a while back in this journal, which, where is it? Here. This was the art journal spread I decided to rework for day 9, and this is the outcome, and I'm really, really happy with how this one turned out. It's super nice, I guess. And I love the more toned down, cohesive color scheme. Now on to day 10 and photography. Collected things, because I feel like photography is collecting memories and collecting time in a way. Now on to a very vibrant spread, which was flow, where I just had a bunch of fun and did go with the flow with some paint markers. And I'm really, really happy with how this one turned out as well, even though it's kind of a messy one in between, but I tried to allow myself to just mess around and follow the first idea I had in this art journals challenge a bit more and not overthink my creative process in April that much. I think I did a quite well job with that, and I'm happy about all the beautiful outcomes I created. Now on to day 12 already. Maybe I should have did it with like the other challenges and kind of incorporate somewhere the prompt, but never mind. It is what it is now. The prompt for day 12 was abstract journaling, and I feel like this is more art than journaling, so kind of accomplished that. Now on to the page for day 13 and the prompt of blurred. Just some pastel flowers. I think they turned out really, really cute. Then on to day 14 and the prompt of trace. Here I did trace a bunch of my different art supplies and my stencil and everything out. And so I just did write down, let's go back to the basics, and did call it a day. This was a really quick and simple art journaling spread, but like I said, I tried to just go with the flow and don't pressure myself to make something super elaborate and complicated. Next is our page for monochrome, where I decided to do something with a silver paint marker I had in my pencil case. And I feel like this turned out super, super shiny, and it really depends on how the light hits the spread, if it seems like there's nearly nothing on it or if it seems super dark. And that's kind of interesting. Now on to a very material heavy page, which was the page for grunge for day 16. This is another very vibrant spread with a lot of mess and different materials, but I really love how this one turned out, and it's so punk in a way. I absolutely love it. Now on to a more clean spread, which was day 17 for the prompt of becoming, where I did write down spring is the season of becoming, and then added just a bunch of flowers. And I love how this one turned out as well, and I'm really, really happy just about the different kind of styles I was able to incorporate into the challenge, and I'm just happy that I found the time to experiment with different kind of art styles and creative fun. Now on to day 18 and one-line art. Here I did this rip-out line on this page and a one-line face on that one. And this was kind of interesting to glue in the twine and then rip it apart. I'm really interested to do something bigger and more collagey with this technique and see where it takes me. Now on to day 19 and the prompt of Found on a Walk. I have some super cute real pressed flower stickers from my cherry tree in the garden, and I'm really happy about those, to have them as a memory in my journal. And I did shoot those double exposure photography on the walk I did on that day. And I'm always kind of astonished and also kind of amazed how beautiful kind of artwork turned out in a more diary kind of entry, even though here's like barely anything written, but I really remember the day and I incorporated the vibes of the day quite well, even though it's just an art journal spread. So I'm really happy with this one. Now on to Tiny Universe for day 20, where I just did a lot of mess and I didn't really know where I was going with the spread in the beginning, but I'm really happy with how this turned out with the kind of tiny universe in this drop of water or a drop of something. I don't know, kind of feels like rain, and I'm happy how this spread turned out. I'm also, I guess I'm really happy with nearly all the spreads I created for this art journal. So now let's go on to day 21 and mess first. I feel like this is still a messy page, even though now that it is kind of a pattern, it in a way makes sense. I think this was one of the easier spreads, but I'm quite confident with how this turned out. Maybe just an afterthought that I could add some more writing to make it more journaly, to just write a long sentence around those stars. Maybe I will add that later on. Let's see. Now on to another one of my favorite spreads. I guess I have a bunch of favorite spreads, this art journal challenge. But better having too many favorites than not having any favorites at all, I guess. So this was the spread for Torn Edges for day 22. And I really like that I just used torn edges for the complete spread in a way. I also love the, again, incorporated dots. Really have to make more paper with all these colorful dots. I really love that moment. Now on to day 23 and the prompt of Hidden. Here I did include something from my Dark Academia art journal printable. You can get that in my Etsy shop if you want to. I will leave a link in the description down below. And another one of my double exposure photography. And I'm also quite happy with the vintage vibes I got for going for this spread. And here's the quote, "Ready for a new chapter." Now on to a more drawing heavy spread. I try to mix it up and not glue too much into the journal, even though it's getting quite chunky, but I like to keep my sketchbooks more flat, so I really have to not incorporate too much glued in stuff in the end here so that it doesn't become too bulky. But now let's talk about more for day 24 about the prompt of abstract emotions. I just did draw a bunch of different blobs. This is one of the kind of challenges and art experiments I do a lot. If I don't know what to draw, I like to just fill a page with random blobs and then make faces and smileys and different kind of stuff out of the blobs. I think it's a super easy and good practice. Now on to a really challenging one, even though it looks super simple. It was day 25 and non-dominant hand. So everything was kind of sketched with my non-dominant hand, and I think the cup turned out really well. And I love how this one turned out. Also something I really like to incorporate more in my art practice. I think it will really help having a loose stroke and a better line work in a way, to sometimes practice with your non-dominant hand. Now on to day 26 and the prompt of blurred memories. Here I try to do the blurred effect with some water solvent kind of pens. Those are the ones. They are here, graphite, aquarelle pens, where you can like smudge them really well with water. I love to use those in my art. But also, you kind of have to keep in mind that this paper is not the absolute perfect one for a lot of water. But I think this one handled it quite well. Not too much warping. Now on to another favorite of mine, which is the tape art for day 27. And I think the pattern turned out really, really cute, and the portrait is kind of abstract. Just love the black painter's tape format. Now on to a very simple and fast spread, the 5-minute page. I just wanted to incorporate that into the challenge to just show you all and remember everyone that art hasn't to be a super complicated and a big part of your day. It's just about setting something up for yourself, or just taking 5 minutes out of the day to create something. I think it makes such a difference, especially in our world where so much is about consumption all the time, and I feel like it just works better for humans if we create every once in a while as well. Remember, on the busy days, 5 minutes are more than enough to create something. Now on to day 29 and the prompt of newspaper. Here I did a collage-y kind of spread, and I think it turned out really, really cute, and I'm happy about this one as well. And now on to the final day for the Art Journal April challenge, which was mixed media for day 30. And I'm really happy this was a more maximalistic spread, but I think it turned out really, really well and kind of interesting, and the color scheme fits together really, really well. And I'm super happy about how this spread turned out with all the different layers and texture. And there we have it. Kind of, I think we are in the middle of the art journal. Yeah, it's kind of the middle, maybe a little bit over it, and can't wait to fill this bad boy up. It kind of is time to do so. And therefore the challenge really, really helped, and it also really helped to keep myself accountable to do some creative things on a daily basis, and I'm really, really happy with how this one turned out. I hope you enjoyed the challenge as much as I did. If you did, a thumbs up would make me really, really happy, and let me know in the comments down below which page is your favorite for the Art Journal April. I had just so many, I don't know if I could ever pick one absolute favorite. Maybe it had to be this one or the tape one. Yeah, maybe the tape one is my absolute favorite, but it's really hard. I love this one as well. I love so many of the spreads. This one's also cute. I don't know. And I think this one, it just has a completely different vibe, and all of them are kind of cute, so I'm really, really happy with everything we created this month, and I had a lot of fun. I hope you too. If you want to join me on this creative adventure and many, many more creative adventures to come, hit the subscribe button down below, and then see you very, very soon. Until then, happy creating.